So we are telling John Mahama he shouldn't joke to be a president, the first president in the history of Ghana that you end your office and you will be prosecuted. I'm telling you, John Dramani Mahama, when he joke constitutionally, we the New Patriotic Party, after his term of office, he will be a first president to be prosecuted. Mark my words.
Chairman Wontumi has been jailed for 20 years and also slapped with some court fines. We are all aware of that. So Enra, I'm going to call in some maximum prison. So far, we track just 1 day out of the 20 years, at least the sentence, a beginning taking effect. Now that means he has 19 years, several months, and a couple days ahead of him. It's shocking a lot of people, to be honest, because Chairman Wontumi is well connected as a key figure in the NPP party and also someone with money, influence, and connection in both NPP and NDC. A lot of people thought he could at least beat the system. Now, so 20 years was something that, a lot of people couldn't imagine. Say, Chairman Wontumi, a whole Chairman Wontumi would have that. At least 2, 3, 4, maximum 5 years was what a lot of people were expecting. Now, once on my jailing a lot of people, I wouldn't lie, who checking online, majority of Ghanaians were extremely happy. You agree with me, right? Wow, Mijidi said you were happy to some extent. They were saying, yes, he deserves it. It will be a flexi good from Galamsey operation. On the faces of Ghanaians, they will be a brag, will be a kasabe brie. Just say he needs to be jailed. But then NPP party leaders, Ababe Kasa, standing on what they termed unfair treatment of Chairman Wontumi, almost say, look, evidence are court agent so Eddie Jelly Chairman Wontumi no. It makes no sense to them. Almost say, I say, almost jelly Chairman Wontumi wrongfully. Therefore, they would go to court of appeal. As expected, a lot of people were hoping, say the party leaders, so let us go and listen to them. Before doing so, like this video, share the video and subscribe. Also, our comment box is open.
The New Patriotic Party has become aware of the judgment delivered today by the High Court, the case involving our Ashanti Regional Chairman, Mr. Bernard NPP, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi. Indeed, we consider the decision of the court as amounting to political imprisonment. Indeed, Chairman Wontumi is a political prisoner. We address you today with profound disappointment, but also with an unwavering commitment to the rule of law, constitutional democracy, and the pursuit of justice. While we respect the authority of our courts, respect for the judiciary does not require silence in the face of a judgment that is fundamentally flawed. Our Constitution guarantees every citizen the right to disagree with judicial decisions and to seek redress through the appellate process. That is precisely what we intend to do as a political party. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our considered view that Chairman Wontumi has been convicted in circumstances where there was no evidence at all to support a conviction in respect of the offense for which he has been convicted. It was never disputed that Chairman Wontumi lawfully acquired his mineral concession. It was never disputed that he lawfully acquired his mineral concession. That fact was established and accepted before the court. The central question was whether that concession had been assigned or transferred in violation of the law. It is our respected view that no evidence was adduced before the court establishing any such assignment or transfer of mineral rights by Chairman Wontumi The prosecution could not produce any evidence to show that Wontumi had assigned his mineral right. Instead, the conviction rested on assumptions and inferences which, in our view, could not amount to proof beyond reasonable doubt. That is why we firmly believe that his conviction is a travesty of justice and has to be overturned on appeal. Fellow Ghanaians, equally disturbing is the broader context within which this prosecution has taken place. A troubling pattern is emerging in our country, a pattern where the government appears eager to shield its own while relentlessly pursuing perceived political opponents who have done no wrong. Today, the John Mahama-led NDC government may seek to celebrate this conviction as evidence of its commitment to fight against illegal mining. Where there is evidence of galamsey on a large scale engaged and supervised by leading members of John Mahama's government, we reject that narrative entirely. And I repeat, the New Patriotic Party rejects that narrative entirely. They think that the conviction of Chairman Wontumi will be the trophy to appease the Ghanaian people for their failures. This is no trophy. The Ghanaian people cannot fail to notice that while the political opponents who have done no wrong are being aggressively persecuted, questions remain unanswered regarding individuals associated with his government, with his party and government who have themselves been publicly linked to illegal mining activities. Indeed, the president himself has acknowledged that persons in his administration are involved in galamsey. What concrete action has followed those admissions? Who are those members of the president party that are engaged in galamsey of which the president knows of? What has become of the petition submitted to Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, seeking an investigation into allegations concerning Mr. Joseph Yamin, the NDC national organizer, and Abanga Yakubu, vice chairman of the NDC? We are asking these questions. Mr. President, what has become of those investigations? What has happened to Honorable Mohammed Yakubu, NDC MP for Ahafo North South, Ahafo North South East, and his DC who was sacked from a chief's palace after they alleged that he was heavily involved in galamsey in their traditional area? What happened to the NDC MP for Aworin, Honorable Oscar Ofori-Labi, who was accused by the chiefs and the people of Aworin, as well as Ghana's coalition against galamsey, for engaging in galamsey? Why has the nation not witnessed the same level of urgency and determination in those matters? Justice cannot be selective. And I repeat, justice cannot be selective. Yadutum se Ghana emra na ese ye adwuma. Nanso so emra no nkyerɛ sɛ bi obubu atan na akyi a me nka ho asɛm. Asɛm a ɛda court n'anim ɛnɛ court ni buaye no ne tenten ni tetia ɛne sɛ obi ane wɔ a ɔwɔ prosecution hɔ attorney general office hɔ etimi ka asɛm ɛma ne to asum sɛ Chairman Wontumi sɛ bi no ni nkrata sɛ obetu sɛ bi court o ya sase so ɛno ɛnya ade a court no edi akyinye enti ɛkyerɛ sɛ Chairman Wontumi no okrata ɛma no ho kwan sɛ obetu ɛfom agudie. Asɛm a court no ɛka ɛne sɛ ɔmo gyina so a ɔmo de Chairman Wontumi akɔtwe aban kokom ne sɛ ɔmo sɛ Chairman Wontumi krata na okra na emrem no ho kwan sɛ obekura saa krata no ɔde saa krata no ama obi sɛ ɔmfa nkɔyɛ adwuma. abra Lance Minister ama approval. Sebi enkyerɛ sɛ wontumi ɔkɔyɛ galamsey. Efi sɛ title na ne kura no na mmra mu na di mu. Bɔne aban ne ka so wayɛ ne sɛ ɔse Chairman Wontumi de ne krataa ma obi akɔyɛ adwuma. Ɛno ne mmra yɛ ka circumstantial evidence. Now so much men prove beyond reasonable doubt. I a bad criminal prosecutioner. As a prosecution, as a court, na edigina so ka asem no. Obi asem akaka ye, enu nti na judge na gina so a, wo ka so de Chairman Wontumi akoto aban no kukum. Ye NPP party no, de ka ne se o man peni mahama. Se o pe papa sebi. Illegal mine e friend galamsey no. Obeko ho na so betu ho esa ene wa bemu enkofo bebre wo ma wa okwa de tu mu se omoto na so omo ye galamsey o ma pene de Ghana fo hu sane se asem no akosi se o party fo no na omo ye no ehu asem no akosi se na akoye se o ma pene ni NDC awon haria asem bi efa opposition fo no omo edekọ na so omo tu wasa no ene sa ohare ni bi na asem fa NDC fo ho a omo tu sa asa no egofo the petition ko ma yoko efa NDC or national organizer Joseph Yami ho ene omo vice chairman Abanga Yakubu ho se omo ye galamsey omo apani ni NDC fo ebusa mo se asem no akosi sen uye no flu a NDC mra so bejanyi owo ahwa no south east your friend Muhammad Yakubu ohene bi pam no free na hemfie enam se oye galamsey hu no yebuso ma pani se akosisen oba aworin MP or NDC MP or friend honorable Oscar Ofori-Labi eko bi friend Ghana coalition against galamsey ese papa no oye galamsey yebuso ma pani ni NDC for ne se sa no ma ne nyina no akwa akosisen before say akonya we so na maka cho man pani say esem enya Ghana for say obetu hu sa no ena hu sa na otu na emom no opponent ena wa na adwen say obetu nani e de esi omo so koko farmers for esu sabi enche ye ena nso eyi fa amanfo omo nkra ha ena regis ni bi aka o man pani ka wodi a wodi prosecute opponent no kasa wodi bi no fa ko hye sa ntokwa we mu se be ya flag no sem no engine sem wo mem ha na Jamaica ko wie ne se me hye titafo me hye mo boss NPP Chairman Wontumi enja ne mu me ka che mo se bi ena ehia ye no NPP legal team for no ya ka che mo se omo file appeal no mo challenge decision na judge no ediaba that Chairman Wontumi has been convicted in circumstances where there was no evidence at all to support a conviction in respect of the offense for which he has been convicted. It was never disputed that he lawfully acquired his mineral concession. That fact was established and accepted before the court. The central question was whether that concession had been assigned or transferred in violation of the law. It is our respected view that no evidence was adduced before the court establishing any such assignment or transfer of mineral rights by Chairman Wontumi. The prosecution could not produce any evidence to show that Wontumi had assigned his mineral rights. Instead, the conviction rested on assumptions and inferences which, in our view, could not amount to proof beyond reasonable doubt. That is why we firmly believe that his conviction is a travesty of justice and has to be overturned on appeal.
People illegally or without approval of the NDC authorities.
Yes, General Scalise has spoken. We have said so, and that is what it is. There will be some further statement regarding this matter from the caucus. So let's give ourselves some time.
Asami seen then a cherepefe say the NDC are not ready to govern this country, but they are ready to go after the new patriotic party without any legal issue. Some say legal issue. Judgment ban we the NPP totally disagree with this judgment. We disagree it totally, absolutely. And whatever the new patriotic party and its legal team would do to challenge this verdict, whether it's for appeal, wherever, whatever means, the new patriotic party is going to challenge this judgment. The new patriotic party is going to do so. Look, the constitution is clear. We are Ghanaians here, and citizen is allowed to speak to speak freely without fearing any intimidation or any violence. Look, the constitution itself explains that a person who never stand for a trial, who never been jailed before, who never even had court issues before, Wontumi never been jailed, never having a trial before, this issue Wontumi never meet it at all. The constitution said, such a person, the law should be cool to the person. But what do we see today? This kind of ridiculous and cantankerous verdict by the so-called judges is so harsh. And the new patriotic party, we are going to resist it. We are going to challenge this verdict constitutionally. Look, today we are in Ghana. Is it that the NDC are doing selective justice? Is it that they are doing selective justice? The office of the special prosecutor clearly, with a clear voice, mentioned 2 national officers of the NDC engaged in Galamsey. Engaged in Galamsey, the national organizer of the NDC and the third vice chairman of the NDC, Abanga. These 2 personalities of NDC engaged in Galamsey. Nobody has speak about it. And there's no any trial against these people. So today, is it that because the regional chairman of Ashanti region declared his intention to contest to be this is the national chairmanship race of the new patriotic party?
Chama, do you think the chairmanship now court I
think it is part, because you know the man is the governor of the Ashanti region. So today, I am telling you clear, without any contradiction, this is a political prisoner.
So that is what the NPP party leaders had to say. Adolfo, they said a lot. Now, do you agree with them? Do you think Chairman Wontumi was jailed wrongfully? You analyzing and writing a couple videos. Do you think so? Please let me know under the comment section. We'll share a video to this point. So God bless you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. That's CP. Once again.
Vimbaz TV.